Hey everybody, Laura St. John here from Strong Confident Living. It is decision making week. If you want to become a boss at decision making, this broadcast is for you. This week is for you. Strong Confident Living lifestyle is for you because we are all about helping you step into your clarity. With clarity, you have more power and you can make swift, effective decisions. If you are ever feeling paralyzed or just kind of like spinning the wheels, needing to make a decision, I'm going to help you flex your decision-making skills. In this broadcast, I'm going to just lay out the tracks for what we're going to throw down for you this week here at Strong Confident Living. We're a lifestyle community of fitness, nutrition, and mindset. We weave these three things together so you can think better, eat better, feel better, be better, and step into your greatness. So with that, it's decisions, okay? A lot of times, including myself, looking back at the old me, I used to be paralyzed sometimes in a decision. That sometimes a decision is really weighing on you. It seems so big and it makes you feel stuck, okay? I want to throw down something really important. And when I really grasped this concept, everything changed for me, okay? Indecision is still a decision, okay? You're deciding to not decide. Okay, that is a ding, ding, ding moment. Okay, ding, ding, ding. Indecision is still a decision. So you are deciding to intentionally stay in limbo because you're allowing self-doubt to fuel your lack of progress. Okay, that is still a decision to stay stuck. And that's my favorite thing to do as I'm coaching people, right? Help you get unstuck, more clear, so you can see those decisions so much more in front of you like never before. Like it lifts. But when you decide to intentionally stay in limbo because self-doubt is seeping into your big decision and your mind then goes to what maybe I should make a pros and cons list. And believe me, that's what I used to do. I used to be like, okay, should we move? Should we do this? Should we have another kid? Should we do this? Right? All those big decisions sometimes are weighing on you. Now I'm car shopping. I'm should I get this? Should I go electric? Should I do this? All these things. And gosh, we are always making decisions, but I will never forget when I started meeting with Fortune 500 companies back in the day when we ran a kids education company, they were able to make the swiftest, fastest decisions. And I made a decision that I would make decisions a lot more fast, or faster. And I just want to really recognize that what a decision is just your commitment level to make a commitment in a direction. You're either going this way or you're going that way, right? And when you make a decision, yes, you're cutting off more possibilities, but what tends to happen, and guys, I'm going to go deep with you all week, so I'm just going to kind of just lay out the framework right here, because when you first recognize that it's just the commitment to move in a certain direction and not moving in any direction is still the decision that you're having right now, whatever, when you weigh out pros and cons, like I used to do, you remain likely paralyzed, because if you are feeling maybe 80% in this direction and 20% in this direction, and that's your feeling first, you're I kind of want to go this way, but I'm not really sure. So there's a piece of me that's allowing the self-doubt. Well, the self-doubt is going to fuel all the cons list, of all the things that are not so great about the decision. And the positive side of the pros list is going to be fueled by your confidence in that outcome. So what I want you to do is not do a pros and cons list, because the more self-doubt you have, the more cons that you're going to have for that. What you create in your reality is 100% reflective first by what you feel about something. So when you need to make a decision, if you can first adopt one of our guiding principles here, which is you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment. I believe wholeheartedly in no coincidences. If you are watching this broadcast, it is likely because you're attracted to man, I've got some decisions to make. Yeah, I'm going to tune in this week. Or yes, I want to tap into feeling less stuck. And stuck is indecision often, right? And when you can adopt our guiding principle here at Strong Confident Living, that I believe that 100 different paths could have led us to this moment right now together, watching this broadcast, being on this broadcast together, you guys being in my living room / filming studio. And, if you can believe that 800 paths, 1,000 paths, 100 paths could have led you to this moment right now, the ups, the downs, the all arounds in life, and yet you would still be here, then you are going to step into more trust and you are going to remove the block of self-doubt that is causing like what I call an invisible wall in front of you that's making everything unclear to you in terms of like, I can't see it so clearly. I don't know which path to take, because hemming and hawing and being wishy-washy is still a decision. Okay. So that's why I posted when I said I'm going to do this broadcast today, your best decision is your next decision, but you're going to stay stuck if you do not embrace that you are okay with where you are right now. Okay. And you could look out and you could be like, but Laura, I don't want all this. Like, this is all happening. That's all happening. And believe me, I get it. I've been there too, but you are going to perpetually look backwards and be like, I should have done this. I could have done that. If you are always looking backwards at your past decisions with regret, resentment, self-doubt, you're going to be carrying that baggage forward and it will paralyze you in your decision making. So, step 1, trust in the process, trust in yourself, trust those ups and downs, even if you can't figure it out right now, happened for you for a reason. And you don't have to ask for a do-over for certain struggles that you may have endured or a certain struggle that you're in right now. Okay, maybe you want to step out of it. But the more you look back without a trust that it happened for you and that these ups and downs somehow made you who you are today, then you are always going to stay stuck. Okay, it will be a lot harder for you to move out of it. So my job this week is to help you move out of it through awareness, through recognizing your thoughts, through recognizing what you're feeling, through helping you through some new ideas that you can reflect on and say, OMG. Okay, so I'm going to start today with the concept of your next decision is your best decision. Stop micromanaging every little move you've made, which means your past moves and your current moves. Okay, this happens all the time when we're helping people get healthier in terms of their eating, right? Like the micromanaging, like the looking back at the wine you drank last night or the pizza you ate, or like micro nibbling on everything and like hemming and hawing over everything literally gives away all of your emotional power to every external source possible versus you holding onto it and stepping into your power. And so I want you to flex your decision-making power today, and you're going to do it with me bigger and bigger every single day this week as I progress through these through our content that we created for you. But self-doubt, okay? Let's say that the opposite of self-doubt is trust. And I want you to move into I trust myself, I trust in the process, trust into tapping into whatever higher powers of trust that you also believe in, and have faith, again, that all the paths have led you here. And if you have a really big decision weighing on your back right now, we'll start flexing smaller micro decisions that are in the direction of where you want to be going. And I'm going to say that again because this is what you need to flex. So when you need to go jump and make a bigger decision, you have been flexing not indecision and stuckedness all the time, right? And hemming and hawing and being wishy-washy, because when that's your lens, literally that's your lens in everything. And your self-doubt, like worrying and over-criticizing about everything, like that oozes into everywhere. And it is paralyzing relationships. It's paralyzing business. It's paralyzing maybe how you parent. Like it is paralyzing you. So let's remove all that and go smaller. The smaller, the better. I'm going to help you get like tighter, smaller, and more empowered to make tiny decisions toward where you want to be going. So if it's just like eating healthy, like, and you're like, should I start this whole new plan? Should I sign up with this big, like 20 week challenge at my gym? Like if you think that the commitment is just too big for you right now, make a micro decision towards the direction you want to be going, okay? This is going to kick in willpower. This is going to kick in decision-making skills. This is going to flex that decision-making power that I know is inside you when you're feeling more clear. And that is, again, my favorite thing when I coach you guys and you're like, and I'm like, well, what absolutely don't you want? What do you want? I mean, Scott and I have we've made really big decisions when we upped and left Colorado, when we decided to sell our gym, when we, dove in here to Malibu, like all these things. But they were a result of a lot of flexing of decision and go. Like that's kind of like our mantra, decision and go, that we do every single day. Because the moment you start hemming and hawing, even about something as simple as what to eat for dinner tonight versus boom, flex my decision-making power, gonna do this. Okay, boom, flex my decision-making power, gonna do that. So like me right now, like I've been at car dealership like all day. And, I'm just like, okay, but I also got to broadcast and flex that decision-making thing. I'm going to be leaving there by 1:00, got to be home by 2:00. Like everything is a decision, even time. I mean, we could be broadcasting all about this, but when I got over my time is my enemy, I don't have enough time. And I realized that time is just equal to how powerful you are at decision making. You don't make time, you make decisions. So we're going to take deep dives into all of this week, but just for today, what decision making is just you moving and like just making the next decision and the next decision and the next decision. Because if you can embrace again that all the different ups and downs like led you here, even the downs are going to turn into an up at some point, then you're not going to paralyze yourself being like, but what if I make the wrong decision? What if you make the wrong decision? I'm like, what if I made the wrong decision? We moved to Jackson Hole, Wyoming a bunch of years ago. And after 3 months, I'm just like, you know what? Not like we were able to move back. Like you can go somewhere. Like you can even think, it's just like even when we moved to Malibu, I was like, oh my God, I got to like figure out the next 10 years till my son is like 18, the youngest 18. And my sister's just like, Laura, like if it's not for you, like you can go somewhere else. Like you are not signing something that's like the commitment forever and ever and ever and ever. There's always going to be a next decision. So what you have to do, and how confidence really kicks in and self-doubt really starts to fade away, is you have to start doing it small. So, the decision to make your bed, the decision to like just choose one thing over another, be on this broadcast versus doing something else. Like everything is a decision. Everything's a decision. Pat yourself on the back for just recognizing that if it's in line with where you want to be going, it will feel good to you. And if it's not, it will not. And likely you're going to have an opportunity then immediately or down the road to correct that, to course correct that versus staying stuck. So guys, I want you to move into trust this week. I want you to trust that you're exactly where you're meant to be in this moment today with the decisions that are laid out in front of you. Just throw out right now throw out the pros and cons lists. Do not make those, okay? Do not make those. If anything, do our flip it lists and other things that we guide you through during our broadcast and recognize clearly what you don't want, clearly what you do want. And even just like that, if it's don't go for the big sweeping broad decisions right now. If they're too much commitment for you, narrow it down. So if I want to be healthy is so big and broad, just be like, I'm choosing the apple right now. Okay. And you will start to make a day out of decision making and like that flexing when it comes down to then like those bigger days, and it will be so much easier. Okay. Big decisions will not ever loom on you like they might be looming on you right now on your shoulders. Okay. So move in that micro step towards where you guys want to be going. Flex that little bit today. Drop any comments below. I can't wait to help you guys all week with decision-making power. Have an amazing day. Thank you guys for sharing these broadcasts. Bye.